A quick warning, this game is not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed. 13 plus, something like that. Yeah. What do you mean? Yeah, it is a 13 plus. You have to be above 13 to. Yeah. This content isn't for kids. There's violence, there are swearing, so it's, yeah. Proceed with caution, and if you have any trauma, just just skip this content. I will post other. I have other content. Just don't watch this if you're sensitive to that type of stuff. Yeah. Okay, I've decided to do a part two because I made the thumbnail say part one. So, okay, so yeah, we're back. Doki Doki Literature Club. Wow, I'm exhausted. Okay, I'm gonna let the music play in the background. Okay, so load game. Yeah, there it is. Okay. I was afraid of this question. Something tells me that I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically... Great start. I can't even... Wow. Something tells me that I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Sayori. Still don't know what it's called. How you pronounce it. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... Dot dot dot? That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? Okay. Okay. And I'll reach the frequency above my mic. Range, whatever you call it. As president of America, as president of the Literature Club, it is my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Why can't I read? As soon as I click record, I just lose the ability to read and talk. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? Oh, we're casually strolling away from the question. You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Like the anime club? Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Good enough. Oops, I hit the mic. Aha, well, you know. To be honest, Blur. To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. Is this a political statement I'm hearing? Wow. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. Yes, very realistic politics. I'm not. This has nothing to do with politics. I hope. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. Sure, why not? That's how all good things come to be. Kind of. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Well done. Monica really is a great leader. Nice. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. Literature, I feel like, is something that does grab your attention for much longer periods of time than something smaller. Like, because books. You'd read books for hours. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. Fair point. But it makes cool events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. I mean, depends on how long you have left before you graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah, we'll do our best. You know it. Everyone everyone enthusiastically agrees, except me apparently. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Am I not? Am I just third person? Am I just being? Am I not including myself in this? Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they're all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't know if I can keep up with the level of enthusiasm about literature. Just read books, gosh darn it. So, SRULLX, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, personally, I like to read novels, fictionless novels. Adventure, not quite action. Action is very hard to describe since they're fast-paced events. I like adventure, romance, the Warrior Cat series, stuff like that. Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Really? Really? Come on now. Manga? Good enough. I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Wow. Wow. I'm disappointed in myself. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Very sad, yes, I agree with you. Well, that can change. What am I saying? Fair point, what am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, moving on. What about you, Yuri? I still don't know if I'm saying that name right. Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. How deep? Like, really, like, Harry Potter like, mostly fictional kind of stuff? Or like, what's a good example that most people know of? Artemis Fowl, I guess, is slightly more into the fictionist area, with a little bit of movie logic, I guess you could call it, book logic, fictionist logic, stuff like that, or like fantasy worlds that are like completely off the charts, just straight up like Disney fantasy worlds. I guess they're all kind of similar. What am I talking about? The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. Agreed. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Is it really foreign if it's their own world that they've thought up? For them, it must just be like, you know, for the author, it's just like their own little worlds. It's not foreign to them, and they know what's happening. I mean, sometimes. Well, I don't know. I'm getting so deep into this. It's literally a video game. I'm whatever. And Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes lit up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. Antisocial. Agreed. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements that usually immerse me as well. I'm just not gonna comment, otherwise I might get this video will get too long. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? True. Like I forgot what his name was. It's a good psychological horror book. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Oh my god, wow. I didn't even look up at my screen. I'm a genius. I'm Jesus. Hopefully that's not offensive. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I'm so proud of myself. I'm so proud. One horror book. Let's go. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at the minimum level. Ah, yes. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. My mouse just stopped working. But if a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, then I can't really put it down. Fair point. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why's that? Well, Natsuki's eyes darted over me for a split second. Never mind. Really? That's right. That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? I don't know how to say it. But what? What gives you that idea? How dare you? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud. I love that poem. Very popular. Yes. And give that back. Fine. Still dying. Your cupcakes, your poems. Nah, I'm gonna read that out loud, I don't care. Everything you do is just as cute. Blah! Everything you do is just as cute as you are. I'm having a hard time reading. Still dying. Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Eh? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Ah, not a very confident writer yet, I say with incredible confidence. I understand how Natsuki feels. Why did I just become monotone? Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. It takes courage. It takes the knowledge that you will or have written something good. Yes, the truest form of writing is writing to oneself and approving of oneself's writing. I'm just reading off of myself. I don't know how that works out. I don't think I understand myself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Very shallow, just gonna say. Just gonna say that. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? I mean, people who read books generally tend to, write some books. Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. Judging from what she just said, I'm pretty sure Yuri's not gonna, do that. Ha, I guessed it. Hey, look, it's like a little face. Oh, my frame rate is so smooth. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Aww, I wanted to read everyone's poems. The emphasis was about the wrong word. You all sit in silence for a moment. Anzac Day. Okay. I keep predicting this. I'm so good. Okay. I have an idea, everyone. Question mark? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Okay. Nice. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. Yeah. That way, everyone's even. Okay. Yes. Oh, yeah, I forgot. They're okay. Yeah, let's do it! Oh god. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it'll help us all get a little bit more comfortable with each other, and strengthen and strengthen the blonde, and strengthen the bond of our club. There, said it. Isn't that right? Isn't that right? SRULLX. Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. Eh? What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said that I never said that I would join this club. Sarah might have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. Ah, yes, very relatable. All four girls stared back at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry, I thought SRULLX. I hate my username. You all... I'm defenseless. No. I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I meant to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? Simple. Make a clear-headed decision. Oh my god. That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day... God, do I have to read this out loud? Seriously? With these beautiful girls. Right. Oh god. Okay, I've decided then. You're not even gonna pretend? You're just gonna... Okay, sure. I'll join the literature club. One by one, their eyes light up. I'm not... Yes, I'm so happy. Well done. Sayori wraps her arms around me and What? Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Okay. Hey. Free me. You really did scare me for a moment. For a moment? If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Then it makes it... Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Wow, I'm in a literature club. Amazing. Who would have guessed from the title of this video? Thanks, I guess? Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignments. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. SRULLX. I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? Simple, get good, read more books. I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, SRULLX. Since we're already here, do you want to walk home? Do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore, because she's always stayed after school for clubs. Huh, okay. God, I'm tired. It's very early in the morning. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four. Oh god. You good? Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. This is becoming concerning. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Depends on whether or not you like literature. Oh, if that's not the reason you whatever. Perhaps I'll have a chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. I still can't talk. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. Sure. And I guess I started writing a poem tonight. Wait, am I actually gonna... What? It's time to write a poem. Pick words that you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Okay, since I'm not into this oddity, I'm just gonna go with whatever word stands out to me the most. Because... I'm not gonna pick that. Desire. Oh god. I'm very worried about this. Games. Yes, agonizing Doki Doki. Philosophy. Eeny, meeny, miny, moe, blah 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 blah. I don't know. Oh god. Awesome. Blah. I can't read that word. Vivacious. Whoops. Dark. You good? Socks. Fireworks. Contamination. Are you good? Disarray. I'm not gonna say what that's funny. Nature. Hurt. No. Intellectual. If you have this, seek help. Hurt. You good? This is starting to concern me. Memories. Okay, that's fine. my email, yeah. Okay. Very no. Very big no. Baba. What? Horror. Uncanny. Vertigo? You good? You good? Question mark? Anime. I actually don't know what that word means. God. Headphones. Okay. Despise. You good? Do you despise me? Pink. Oh, okay. Yeah, fluffy. I don't know. Excitement? Skipping? Excitement? I think I did it pretty evenly. Hi again, SRULLX. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Wait, I just realized. Her icon wasn't there in the bottom left corner of the screen when I did the poem. Seuss? Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but this might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, SRULLX. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, I'm accustomed to literature. My character isn't. Oh, come on, like it deserves any slack. Sarah told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the cloud room. Heh. Ratio. I'm kidding. Angry noises. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Are your eyes okay? I think they might be a little crossed, you know. I don't think that's how eyes work, but okay. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plopped back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Sherlock always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. How'd you know I'm a boy? Or is that... it didn't ask me. How'd you know? He helped me with his... What? He helps me with busy work without me even asking. What? Is busy work even a word? Or is it like... did I miss a space? Like cooking, cleaning my room. I do cook. I'm horrible of a cook, but I do cook. How dependable. Sorry, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. Meh. Probably the more probably the more realistic reason, right there. And you almost set your house on fire once. Who entrusted her with cooking again? Is that so? Wow, you two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Sherlock can become good friends too. Sayori. I said nothing here. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even bought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori. Eh? Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Okay, sure. Sayori made it sound like a big deal even when it's not. I'm gonna say even, cause... what do I... oh yeah, what do I do? Eh? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I also just realized I don't have a face cam. You can't see what weird gestures I'm making with my head. Huh. Sad. Guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture... So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out her book. Why did I make it sound so weird? I put the pause in the wrong place. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. Oh, but I want a long read. Like, what's some of the bigger books I've read? They've generally been adult books, but yeah, I said Warrior Cat Special Editions are probably some of the bigger books I've read in the series. I don't know I'm talking about this. No one really cares. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. This is... That's not how you started the sentence. How is this girl How is this girl accidentally being so cute? I lost my cursor. I did not read that. Hold on, history. She even picked out a book that she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Sure. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. Totally. And will totally not forget about it. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Yeah. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in the book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Man, it looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slump down onto the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related by myself like this? Simple. Stick your head in the book and start reading. It's that easy. You get lost in your own world, and you'll have to get kind of slapped out of the trance that you're in when you're in the book. So yeah, just do that. It works every time, I swear. I guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me, but I'm feeling a little too tired to read. How in God's name are you too tired to read? Like, how? I guess some people do tend to be pretty exhausted, but like, at that point, it's like a case of just, like, go home, have some rest. Oh, well, I guess I'm having rest right now. I could probably fall asleep right now. I close my eyes and end up listening in on Sayori's conversation with Monica. Still pretty early. We're probably gonna seem pretty lame compared to all the other clubs though. Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. Reading. The problem is that the idea of a literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like that at all, you know? We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. That doesn't solve my problem though. The problem though. Eh? What do you mean? Even if you come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? Yes, strategy. And after they come, we can do the thing that to speak to their creative minds. What's this? Sayori is really taking this Sayori is taking this really seriously. Yawn. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this. Huh, that's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? Will do the trick? What kind? Like, well, I guess we could... Cupcakes! I kind of agree with you. I don't really eat much cake, but yeah. Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. You're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. I was expecting more. I was expecting like ever. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. That wasn't why I suggested it. Cupcakes speak to my creative stomach. Yes. Clearly. Cupcakes it is then. I'm hungry. I find this funny. Very comedic. Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. I find myself smiling. At a black screen. Are my eyes closed? In the end, Sayori is still her usual self. But therein lies an unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all. Very sad. Sayori can put her mind to things and just make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. Why is the Zoom meeting so close? And why is there always a W there? Come on. I open my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision. That's concerning. I'm moving that tab around. Not working? Question mark? There. I nearly fall out of my chair. Haha, very funny. They actually animated it to like kind of step back. Nice. Sorry. Oh, my cursor went flying. Wait. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't a napping club. There's a napping club? Was that an option? Yeah, does our school have a napping club? You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in a club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know? You need to get used to it. Don't say that out loud. No, so loud. I glance over my shoulder to see if Monica has overheard. It's true though. Yeah, I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori. It's what I do best. Yeah. That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Eh? Not every day. Not very convincing, How many days on this past week have you gotten up on time? That's a secret. the facial expression. That's a secret. Yes. I knew it. Come on. At least give me the benefit of the doubt. I can't even do that. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you. Eh? Sayori glances around herself. How is it written all over me? You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair's sticking out all around here. Ah. Blah. I ran my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair, trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need to brush for this. My hair is just really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. And there's a toothpaste stain on your collar right there. I tried to wipe off the stain with my finger, but nobody would ever notice that. Of course they would. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I don't really care about that. Hey, you meanie. And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori. What? Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? Eh? That's super mean. Sorry, but you'll thank me later. Well, I what? I what? Sure. I start to button her blazer from the bottom. Blah, I'm still dying. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. My mouse is just not responding. There you go. This is so funny. What is? Well, I was just thinking about how weird it is to have a friend who does these kind of things. Eh? Don't say that. You'll make me feel weird about it, stupid. It's okay though. Is it though? This is getting weird. I'm happy with like this. Aren't you? I guess? Hey, be careful. What am I hearing? The button might come off. I'm not sure how to react to this. Why is this one so hard to close? Oh, God. I'm facepalming right now. I struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Does this thing even fit you properly? Don't answer that. Just shush. It did when I bought it. Sigh. If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? Oh God, I'm gonna have to censor that out. I'm censoring that out. I'm not reading that. Don't say that out loud. Anyway, you look much better now. So, actually, I forgot. I clicked without thinking. I have to read that. Hold on. I'm gonna have to censor that out again. Why does it feel strange to see Sayori's blazer buttoned up like that? It's so stuffy. Ooh. It's not worth it at all. That entire segment was a complete loss. Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. Phew. That's so much better. Sayori puts her arms out and twirls around. What am I hearing? So, no, here. What am I reading? So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying it like it's a good thing? Because... Oh my God. If I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else would, anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Oh my God. This game is ruining me. Yeah, stop saying all these embarrassing things. I know I don't have to worry about the monetization system, but still. My own sanity. The tiny shred of sanity I have left is still at risk. Eh? I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Only if you focus on getting to bed earlier. Fine. It's a deal. I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are at taking care of ourselves. Yeah, I guess so. Huh. Maybe you should come wake me up in the morning. You're doing it again, Sayori. Oh, but I was joking that time. I can't tell the difference. I'm a genius. I just radiate knowledge on this game. Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone. Eh? Monica suddenly calls out. Oh, I've been recording for almost an hour now. Why don't we share the poems we wrote now? Yay! SRULLX. I can't wait to read yours. I'm losing my tongue. Yeah, same. I can't wait to read mine either. I failed to sound enthusiastic, but Sarah still trots away to retrieve her poem. Oh, my tongue hurts. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah? My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. It's not embarrassing. It's not embarrassing. It's just a poem. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers on a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I'll do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? Oh, I should choose. Should I just go down the line, like, from top to bottom? Cause, like, yeah, just that, okay. Sayori. I'm clicking. There. I'm definitely most comfortable with sharing. I'm definitely most comfortable sharing it with Sayori first. She is my good friend after all. Yes, I completely agree with that statement. Oh my goodness. Oh. It's so good, SRULLX. Eh? I love it. I had no idea you were such a good writer. Sayori? You must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. Actually, my character just clicked some buttons on a notebook, which I don't know how that works, but that's how I wrote the poem. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Same. Me and I both. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Nice. Sure. Jeez. Oh, I lost my cursor again. There you go. Nope. There we go. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little bit more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Eh? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. Gee, thanks, I'm touched. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. Why does it sound kind of cringy? It's a SRULLX. Blah. It's a SRULLX poem. Ah yes, so original. Trademark. And that makes it feel extra special. Good to know. My cursor is flying all over the screen. Stop. Stay in one place. There. Like I can feel your feelings in it. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori. Hehe. I'm just really happy you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really part of a club now. Of the club now. Not to mention Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Question mark. Did she say that? Or did I say that? Or did some third person god just come down and whisper that in my ear? Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. C G E. It's like I said before, SRULLX. Deep down, you're not selfish at all. You're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people. That's something only really good people do. Aw, thanks. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Am I a villain? Then again, I can't deny she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, I don't know how to say it, yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That would be my way of thanking you for doing absolutely nothing. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then. Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. That's comforting. You'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you miss me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes, the sleep from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? I trust in me to wish away a rainy day. I look above, the sky is blue, it's a secret, and I trust you too. But if it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Huh. So smooth FPS. So it just ends with I want breakfast. Nice. Okay. Sayori. This is just a guess, but did you wait until morning to write this? No! How dare you think that? Of course not. A little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night? Well, at least it makes me feel a little bit better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say it was a bad poem. It was pretty good. It came out nice, so how should I put it? It sounds like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. So relevant. And I thought I got sidetracked. Even though you were late to school? It's bad to skip breakfast. I should know, I do it a lot. I got all cranky. Yeah, kinda. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. Thanks for showing me. And this was so much fun. We stood in front of each other and showed each other poems. So much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Keep going down the line. ... Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. It's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your tastes. Do you want to get smacked? Someone just opened and closed my door. Okay, I'll pass. Sigh dramatically. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you like it. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. At fair point, we can try to do any of these, aside from run, but like, at the same time, we don't really get there, we can't fly around. Like, we need support, we need the shoes to run nowadays. Wow. That's a sad revelation. Revelation? Whatever you call it. Yeah. I told you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? With RGB colors. Your writing style would make your message any less valid. Exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. I like to set up for a rhyme at the end, but I made it fall flat on purpose to lay emphasis. Yeah, it helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care about how old everyone is. Yawn. But if Natsuki's feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Who should I show my poem to next? Yuri. ... Very interesting. Oh, I hit my mic. You clicked buttons. On a notepad, and now there is text. A very interesting poem indeed. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Sorry. Relatable, I forgot to start speaking. There are times when recording when I would just, play the game through, and then realize, oh wait, I wasn't talking. I was just kind of thinking. It only happened once though, so it's not common, but it does happen. That's fine, don't force yourself. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Recalibrating. Loading. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah? Why do you ask? Just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. Ah, so it's bad. No! Did I change my voice? It's okay. It's called shouting. I'm so sorry. It's okay. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes, and we haven't really gotten anywhere. It's been 57 minutes. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. That's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, It says that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I can learn to pick up on them. I think that the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and then they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both style and expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her... Sorry, I forgot to change my tone. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if the entire world... It's as if her demeanor totally changes. My stammering is still here. Her stammering is still... Angry noises. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Nerd. Kidding. Of course, it's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes out with practice and learning by example, and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Yeah, fair enough. I don't know why I'm saying fair enough. Natsuki can be a little biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. Okay, that's fine. I'm not sure if Natsuki is apologizing to herself, me, or to Natsuki. Natsuki. Still don't know how to say it. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a real, as if bruh, my voice, my ability to grammar and talk. God, Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which, in of itself, is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Wow, the handwriting's hard to read. Okay. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. So there's a sea wing from I'm just saying a bunch of brands right here. I'm not sponsored. I just want to say my thoughts on them. Dot dot dot. I'm sorry if I have such terrible handwriting. No, your handwriting's good. I just can't read. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Does it actually time my reading? How long does it take to read? Well, I just don't read script very often. Yeah, true. It's actually, I think, cursive? Is it cursive? I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Eh? That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Yeah, just like to add that. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I want to write something a little bit more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Aren't you ghosts, Yuri? Where'd you get that question from? Actually, the story is about ghosts at all. Yeah, I was about to say, I did like that. Aside from the title, it's far more about like. How do you explain this? There's a lot of emotion in there, and my vocabulary is tiny. Really? I must have totally missed the point. You have me character form. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it for about 7 minutes, after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They actually do more than tell a simple story, or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Linger in her last remaining places of comfort, unable to let go of the past. After all, the past does haunt you, and soon to be left with nothing. That is a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. Clearly. That's impressive. Well done. I don't know how to insert applause, so just pretend I'm clapping. Here. I'm clapping. Ta-da. My cursor for that is green. That's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy you think that. Oh, I skipped again. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I have to keep trying. This video's going to be an hour long. I'm counting on you. Okay, I'm going to share it to Monica, and then I'm going to end the video. Hi, SRULLX. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway. That's... I've been recording for too long. Want to share your poems with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, SRULLX. We are all a little embarrassed today, you know? But that's the sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica I hand Monica I hand Monica my poem. I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sorts of things in common. Well, you may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually very different. Well, that might be the case. But maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like you two really care about each other's well-being. I've noticed that. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I'm getting when I'm reading a poem. Fact is, I actually don't know what I wrote. You sure you're not reading into it too much? I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. Oh no, such a disaster. The world's ruined. But in any case, Sayori's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions. I'm pretty sure I clicked on something to do with anxiety. Very happy. Like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? I mean, it's life. Emotions are part of life. Yeah, it's totally unexpected. I'm exhausted. Well, each to their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits. Wow, I cut off so many times in that one sentence. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Wow. Everyone else might be a little biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. Don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be not very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. I'm so tired. Oh, wait, what? You can scroll nowadays? What is this? The future. You can just scroll on paper, I wish. That would really help with efficiency. Nice. Hole in wall. Love it. Couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. Hey, why do you always assume it's a boyfriend? Could be a girlfriend. I'll never know, I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It wasn't too deep. Not gonna say anything. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. I'm interested to know where this inspiration is coming from. So, what do you think? It's very it's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, they can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? I'm not sure. Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. Some dark force of nature that came into this world and started wreaking havoc? Question mark. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. It's okay. Puberty. Maybe after everyone's better friends with each other. What? I middle clicked. That just got rid of the text bar. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on specific points. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Don't just force yourself to get something down on paper and tie it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen on the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for the day. Thanks for listening. And that right there is a perfect way to end off this episode. I will save here. Alright, so if you like this video, you know what to do. And subscribe.